1, 2.
Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast. My name is Nick. I've got Devin. I've got Steve. They're both in the room, but not really over the internet. Twitter at Jumbo Podcast. Instagram, Jumbo Podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Just search Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Subscribe. And then subscribe. Do wrap-up video after this. Put it on there. Check that out.
Check it out.
What's going on, guys?
I must need to hype things in the background for this episode.
You just doing the ad-libs?
Hey,
Going on, I don't care. I'm doing all right. But I need to ask you guys now,
You gotta ask.
since we already talked about Washington State, for the people that hadn't listened to us beforehand when we started recording, Washington State, last time they won a Rose Bowl, 1916.
Guessed
they
it
beat
right
the-
off the bat.
Yeah, that was a great guess by Devin. They won 14-0 against the Brown Ivy League, the Brown Bruins. Who won the national championship that year? Now I need to ask. Same conference as Brown. Who won it?
Yeah.
Princeton.
No, it's a surpriser. It's not the ones
Harvard.
you would typically think of.
Who else is in the Ivy League?
Was
That's
it
the thing you need to learn.
Cornell. No, Vanderbilt.
Yes,
Cornell?
yes,
Cornell.
you were right. Cornell. The University of Cornell had a surprising
God,
year, went undefeated.
2 for 2 on these guesses.
They represented, and they won. And they beat Penn, 24-9. It looks like. That seems like it's right. No, that's not right. They didn't. I think it was one of those things. They didn't play a national championship. I think the writers voted. That was the glory days when the writers figured out who won football games. That's what we need to get back to.
Let's make America great again.
Give the
Have
writers the
writers
champion.
pick.
But it was funny when we were also talking. Brown was 5-4-1 when they made it to the Rose Bowl. I mean, just that's not Rose Bowl material, right? But who knows? I mean, people like college football teams make the Quickens Loans Bowl for having a 6-5 record. So I guess it's the same thing, right?
What's like the most
Did they have the
obscure bowl game?
Did they have the forward pass at that point?
Maybe. I think that's why Cornell was good. I think they invented it. No,
The
I don't think they
Tampax
did.
Bowl.
I'm pretty sure Amos Alonzo Stagg did.
Like
We're
four
na- our
people
high
get that
school.
reference.
Our high school.
I
That's
barely
it.
get it.
No, that's the only reason why I know. It's because
I
our
get
high
it.
school's named after the dude, and our high school football team sucks. So
Do they just have the most
Ironic.
wins just because those schools have been playing football longer than all of the other schools?
Yes,
yeah,
Gotta be, right?
it's a good racket. I'm gonna invent a school, and then I'm also gonna invent a sport and start playing it first, and then it's
Then
gonna
we have
catch
all
on
the records.
nationally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have all the records.
I like that. It's a good idea.
they'll lose those records soon. Once Nick Saban's in his 40th year of coaching, those records will be his.
Turns out he wins a lot of football games.
Who knew?
Yeah, they're gonna win a championship again this year.
Boring.
Nah.
Like college football is boring. It's gonna be the same 4
No.
teams that are always in the playoff. Put Coastal
Notre Dame
Carolina
might
in there.
win.
Put them in there.
Hey, they're making an argument for themselves.
Put them in
That
there.
Coastal Carolina game was electric.
What do they call it? The Mormons versus Mullets game.
Yeah, I kind of jinxed BYU. I said their quarterback was all right, and then once I said that, kind of did not look all right in the second half. Kind of looked bad, actually.
They had no answer for the Mullets. I like the teal field and the Jaguars-esque uniforms.
It's
Why
it's
not do
hillbilly
something
Boise
crazy?
State.
Like, who cares?
Boise's already hillbilly enough. This is like southern hillbilly Boise State with the teal,
Who'd have
the
thought
teal
Southern
field.
hillbillies? Unprecedented.
I gotta say, it seems like Coastal Carolina gets slept on as a university. Like you're in Myrtle Beach, you've got you have a football team. Right now, they're good.
Baseball team won that championship 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what was that school that did the slam dunks all the time in college basketball, and they were like a 15 seed, Florida Gulf Coast.
Gulf Coast.
Hell
Yeah, that's the same argument people made for that school too. Is like it wasn't like it's off the beach, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's so fucking sick. Why wouldn't anybody just go to the school off the beach?" Like, yeah, I don't know.
Why not?
Why not?
That's why we don't have any athletes that stay in Illinois.
Yeah, what beach can you stay on? What, do you go to Loyola? Here's Lake Michigan Beach. I'll fucking pass.
More beaches.
You gotta go listen to Sister Jean yap about, I don't know, Jesus or something like that. I gotta
God.
spend an hour with this shit every day. Good
Enough,
Lord. Like, I
lady.
just want to
Leave
go
us
on the
alone.
beach and party.
Party, party, party.
You know she's on Cameo, guys.
Is
What?
she? Oh, she is.
Yeah, Sister Jean.
How much?
How much to get her to do
$1
the
million.
Gilbert Gottfried joke?
Yeah. I think that would take her out. I think that would fucking. I think
How
you
much
would
money
cause
do I have to
something to
raise
happen.
for the fucking and sucking joke to be read by Sister Jean?
Yeah, she'd make it about a minute and a half in and have a stroke. I don't know
Word
that you're
for word.
getting the whole message.
It's an 8-minute long joke. I'm paying for 8 minutes.
What if
Oh man.
are you liable if she dies while reading a request that you put in?
Yes,
I hope so.
I believe so. Yeah. This is Sister Jean is $159.
It's a very specific number.
$159.99. So it's
Church
160.
people always asking for money. There's like bumps in
How?
these houses.
Also, Sister Jean, who the hell do you think you are to be charging $160?
She ain't got a lot of time. She gotta make money now.
Like, I could get TJ Lavin for that price, I think.
You gotta get a collab with her and TJ Lavin. How much could I make that happen? Be like, you guys gotta put them both in a Zoom call. How much the cost would that be? Ask Sister Jean who's gonna win the challenge this year. What's your thoughts on Johnny Bananas?
No, they meet in person, and TJ Lavin's got her on the pegs doing backflips on the dirt jumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sister Jean's a big West fan, so
So this came up not too long before we decided to start recording. Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather February 20th.
I won't
Why?
believe it. I don't
Why?
believe it. He's
Why
gonna
don't
do
you
something
believe it?
like, I think it's a joke. I think he's not that. He makes more money fighting actual boxers than whatever he's gonna make here. Like,
When's the
but
last time
there's
he
zero
fought?
risk of him losing this.
what, McGregor? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's gonna just look lame. And I think it's gonna.
All of his
I don't
fights are
know.
lame. All 51 of them. Lame as shit. He
Yeah,
the only cool fight he had is when he knocked that guy out because he was trying to say sorry.
that was funny. He knocked out Ricky Hatton pretty good too. That was a fun fight.
He's like, hey,
he
man, I'm
knocked the
sorry,
shit
I
out
hit
of
you in the
Ricky
dick.
Hatton.
And he's like, oh yeah, and then he knocked him out. And that was the end of the fight.
But like, if you're Mayweather, what big name is there in boxing that's going to get more people watching?
None. Just retire.
Exactly.
You said
Tyson.
you're retiring.
No.
How do you run out of money?
Got to get
Dude.
the bag. You need the
Dude.
How do you
bag.
run out of money already?
Tyson
Jesus,
Mayweather,
that's my.
could you imagine?
Who's?
Ooh.
Yeah,
That would be
no, it's not
sick.
gonna. Why would Mayweather succumb himself to possibly getting knocked out by a guy that's like 100 pounds bigger than him?
Because
he's
it'd be
like
funny
20
for
years
my
older.
enjoyment.
Yeah, for me, I'll pay to
True.
watch that. I would pay so much money, and I'm not gonna spend any money on fighting, but Tyson
Yeah.
Mayweather, sign me up.
They're definitely the two guys that have like the fastest hands of all time, or the fastest movements of all time in the ring. Probably. That's what's crazy about Mike, is that he's 100 pounds bigger and he's doing the same shit basically,
Scary.
and he's way more aggressive.
Logan Paul is not the one that fought Nate Robinson, right? That was the other one.
I'm talking about Mike Tyson. You think about Logan Paul? What do you think? He's the next Mike Tyson or something?
Well, no,
Fuck.
I was just thinking,
People are
like,
saying
I
it.
don't know,
There's a murmur.
because I think Mayweather's like similar in size to Nate Robinson.
What's the other one's
So I'm
name?
just kind of there's
RuPaul?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
So now
Yeah.
you're comparing Floyd Mayweather and Nate Robinson. Like,
Well,
it's
no, I'm
fighting
just
style,
saying, like,
fuck.
he had like 4 inches on him and like 50 pounds. Like, I understand that Floyd Mayweather's a better boxer. I get that. I'm just saying that might make it more interesting because he's just a bigger guy. Like, if they were the same
More
size,
interesting.
When
No.
Yeah.
When he fights RuPaul, then I'll watch.
well, what's his reach? I don't.
Probably
her reach.
Gotta
longer.
be long.
What's their reach?
They gonna
She's
be
got
wearing
longer.
high heels in the ring too.
It's that height
That-
advantage.
I don't know if that helps. It's gotta.
No,
I
you got to
think
wear wedges. You can't just wear heels. You'll be walking around like
Ah.
a baby deer.
Gotta have some platform. You can't
Yeah,
just
come on.
I just think that it's ridiculous that Logan Paul deserves his credit. It's
For
fucking
what?
bullshit.
I'm not
To-
giving
for-
him credit. I'm just saying how
He's
tall
sanctioned
and much
fights.
he weighs.
He's
Yeah, why
the
not?
best fight. He's getting Mayweather faster than any boxer I've ever seen in my life. He just gets a fight with him quick.
But it's entertainment
Give him
factor.
credit.
So boxing has basically become a sideshow where it's just like who can get the most people watching. Like there was an actual legitimate boxing match this weekend that nobody cared about. A lot of people are going to be watching and talking about this. Yeah.
Who fought?
You wouldn't know him. You wouldn't know any of their names.
The Logan Paul, is he related to him?
But yeah, exactly. You had no idea, but you know about this immediately. And people will watch this and people will pay money for this. And for Mayweather, that's all that matters.
So do you think like 10 years from now, there'll be celebrity MMA matches where like Screech is getting in the octagon?
No.
But I want original MMA. Like you're like eye gouging, you're fish hooking, you're kneeing people when they're down.
When
whatever.
Some of the guys going in with like they're wearing the karate gear. Some of them, that's funny shit, where they're like in actual like garb. They're not like all like in their regular spandex, but it's all like almost like a game of fucking Street Fighter, for Christ's sake.
Well, what they should have like the original Karate Kid matchup, like celebrity. That would be sick.
Yeah,
have those guys get in the octagon.
Celebrity karate. Would be dope.
Yeah, either that or they should start doing celebrity duels at high noon, just gun battle.
Tell me you don't want to see Jet Li and Jackie Chan fight in celebrity MMA.
Are they both still alive?
Jackie Chan is most certainly alive.
I know that.
Maybe
is Jet Li alive?
Probably.
We'll look into it.
He was in the Expendables.
We're gonna check.
Why would he be dead?
Old age? How old is Jet Li?
He's not that old. All right.
Remember when he was in all of the movies?
How old do you think Jet Li is? Ready?
56.
Go. Nick, what's your guess? No, don't look. I already got the answer.
57.
You fucker. You looked. You're looking right at it. You goddamn.
I am.
Is it 57?
Well, he's 57.
Dude, I kick ass at guessing.
He's alive, too.
I didn't look it up. I said 56.
All right. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Good job. Nobody cares.
He's got to be older than Jackie Chan, right?
I think Jackie's older.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Let's find out.
How old is he? Nick, go first. He already looked. Devin, you say it.
69.
No, he's 66.
See, I'm a
you
good
couldn't
guesser.
help yourself, Nick. Couldn't fucking help yourself. I'm the host of this fucking this
is the
game.
Show now. This is the rest of the show. We're looking up celebrity ages, and I'm guessing.
It's my turn, and you said it. It's my turn.
But
that's my Skip Bayless.
Do you know Chuck Norris is 80?
Yep.
Yeah, when I saw that fucked me up. And then I realized that he was in a lot of the movies with Bruce Lee.
He was like 40 in those movies too.
Yeah. So then I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Checks out.
Chuck Norris old as fuck. I was not aware. I would guess 65.
Well, he made Walker Texas Ranger when he was like 65. Like, that's crazy stuff.
Well, yeah, why Walker he saved the day. He's old as shit. He's all creaky. He can't get a younger Texas Ranger.
I think the most notable thing about Walker Texas Ranger is when like Conan O'Brien did the spoofs on him, the random Walker Texas Ranger clips, because I never knew anything about it until I saw it on there, and I would always die hysterically laughing from it because it's the most. I assume it's the most ridiculous show ever. I still have never watched an episode of it, but seeing clips of it, it's just like, what is this? What is this about?
The only reason I knew about Walker Texas Ranger is I think one of my earlier memories, I think I had an Eastern European older lady who was my nanny, like a babysitter.
What?
And she always, like, I remember just watching, like, she'd have Walker Texas Ranger and that Xena show on.
Oh, yeah. Xena.
I watched Xena.
Warrior. Yeah, I remember that. There's a reason.
Ooh, she's still a bit. How old is she? How old is Lucy Lawless? What's her name?
Yeah.
Is it Lucy Lawless?
All right. No, I'm taking this one. You better not.
All right, I'm going to say 58.
Devin.
I'm going to go 53.
Quit looking it up, Nick. You're both over, but Devin wins. 52.
God damn.
You're one off on all of these. Except for the Jackie Chan one, but that was for jokes.
You did it for the jokes. I'm glad you sacrificed your pick.
I think she's Australian too, right?
New Zealand. Same thing.
Yeah, they're the same. Kiwis. Nailed it. That was my impression of a Kiwi.
But yeah, so Floyd Mayweather, do you think he tries to knock him out, or he just wins like how he always wins and then keeps it moving?
He's an entertainer, so he'll just keep him in the game forever, and maybe hit a great bunch of punches on him. He'll keep him in as long as he can, just like he did McGregor, and then
he'll be 15 rounds. 10
no,
rounds?
15.
15 rounds. What the?
15 rounds.
30 rounds.
Yeah, you do 30 45-second rounds.
They're going back to the 1930s style boxing, fight until somebody gets knocked out.
Yeah. Can they use the same
That's the way it should always be.
No, it's not. Those guys, their brains were fucked up a lot of the time. Don't you remember the movies?
Sure.
Remember that one with Russell Crowe?
Cinderella Man.
Yeah.
Had bad brains in that one.
He's fighting around the world, for Christ's sake, and his brain was battered half the time.
He had
making movies, making songs, fighting around the world.
I mean, Saga.
50 rounds. Oh.
50 rounds?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Why not?
It wouldn't go that far.
Who says no?
He gets knocked out. It's like, oh no, you're getting back up. We're going 50 full. I don't give a fuck if you're knocked out.
Get him up. Stand him up.
I mean, in a fight where there's knockouts, you could say that, oh, he won a 200-round fight. He knocked him out in the third round, though. You could say it was as many rounds as you want. Doesn't matter.
Guy just wanted to spar. He had to sleep for about 5 minutes, but he got back up. They wanted to spar.
Yeah. It was friendly. What's this that you were talking about? What's her name? Pippen's wife, ex-wife.
So I mean that was a little earlier in the week, but obviously with the big news in the NBA, it's not the trade, but it's more of the trading of Larsa Pippen around the NBA to young 24-year-olds that are going to eventually face her son in the NBA if he makes it that far. And the problem is this one person that she's apparently hooking up with has a kid, is married, and it's probably not good because I think the ex-wife, for that matter, wants to file for divorce after that. And she's like 45? I don't know. I was surprised. I thought she was a little older. 45. Scotty did well for himself at that point. And
he's a professional athlete.
One of the best of all time.
And he knows when to pass it on. And he got out at the right time. I think that I give kudos to Scotty. I feel
he's like 55, right?
Yeah, he's not that old.
Oh, shut up! You looked it up.
Why? You could have played the game. I would have guessed. We could play the game.
It's like 55.
No,
but it's she already came out and says that in quotes things look different or something than they seem, and sounds like something a conniving person would say.
Uncircumcised.
They know that they're doing something wrong. Yes, an uncircumcised person.
Looks different than what it would seem.
There's more to the story.
Or somebody would say that's something Future would say.
So you can't listen. If you've got kids that are going to be in the NBA, you can't have sex with people that are roughly their age that are also going to be playing in the NBA. There's so many other people to be having sex with. Just choose people in any other profession.
Name 6 people.
Apparently she tried, or she did, hook up with Travis Scott. Apparently.
Sure.
Evidently.
Did
I'm
he
not
buy her
in the tabloid business. But.
You can't do that. Because then they're
good
just
in the
going to...
tabloid business. I feel like you'd be a real good, what's the photographer?
Harvey Levin.
Yeah.
Harvey Levin.
No, you're those TMZ guys that that walk up on people in the middle of the street and just start asking them questions.
Let me take a picture. I'm not letting you get it back out either. I got my car in front of here, so let me take a couple of pics.
Let me see that snatch, girl.
All right. All right. Can you open your door? All right. Thank you. Can I take your spot? I need to go shopping. Actually, I have some things I have to pick up at the Sonoma or whatever the fuck you're at.
You think Selena Gomez going nice Saturday at Williams Sonoma?
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to get a copper pot.
You just following people around doing their chores.
Yeah,
running.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
So
they're like, hey,
that's my
what do you think?
application.
What do you think of the civil unrest in the Middle East? Like, dude, I don't know. Running errands.
Fine. Then what is can you respond to the comment that you were seen hooking up with Ryan Reynolds at his cabana?
Yeah, about that that Middle East thing you were talking about. I think that's bad. No further questions. You just got to answer those like you're doing intermission interviews for hockey. Like, yeah, we're just gonna get the puck in deep.
Even if it's
crash
the cabana
boards.
question. Were you at the cabana? Yeah, we just gotta get the puck in deep. A lot of dump and chase out there. Gotta get some more on net. It's not even
we
close
really
to
just
what we asked you.
We got to control the blue line.
Who are you wearing
All right,
today?
thanks.
We just we got bail our goalie out there at the end there.
I love the people that are so happy that paparazzi come up to them. You can tell they're like the biggest losers of all time. Like guys that
Like
are
who?
probably probably like Ralph Macchio. That'd be one of them. The Karate Kid. He definitely would
so?
love it if. Yeah, Pauly Shore, another one. He'd probably be obsessed with paparazzi.
Is he still
all
alive?
over him.
He can't be alive.
Yeah.
The Weasel?
Oh yeah, he's alive and thriving.
Well,
He's thriving.
How's he
There's a
thriving?
lot of celebrities. There's a lot of celebrities that call the paparazzi and let them know where they're going to be and what time, so that
Kardashians.
Yeah, but just like even
Kardashians.
people that are lesser well known, they'll just do that.
Yeah, Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
Yeah,
that's for sure who definitely does it. They're like thriving off of that. Well, maybe not Jake Paul no more. He's a pro boxer, so he's gonna start being pissed.
That's ridiculous. I think it's
so then when Logan beats Mayweather, then Jake has to fight Logan for the belt, right? Is that how that works?
Which one's which?
And their parents
I don't even know.
Only one gets it.
Probably neither.
Fucking Logan Paul, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Such a jerk. But yeah, you can't do that if you're Larsa Pippen. You can't be fucking NBA players.
Larsa be fucking.
If she was gonna pick one, you should pick like Russell Westbrook because he's gonna get.
Didn't Jada Pinkett Smith fuck her son's friend?
Who?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
No,
remember that?
No.
I'm pretty sure she did.
She fucked somebody because that was that meme, that Will Smith meme, where he looked like he was gonna cry.
I'm pretty sure she fucked her son's best friend.
No, it's not this. No. All right.
Sure.
Talking about me being good at paparazzi. What are you? How do you fucking know? You in the shrubs? You in the shrubs of the Smith household? I mean,
that was like a big story.
I'm going to add Harvey Levin right now. Harvey, if you're listening, is this true? Evan's true.
Harvey, I know you're listening.
Allegedly.
I feel like that show is so like, oh god, I hate how like overly produced it is. They're all in like the war room, all laughing about the day's quirks and what the celebrity is doing. You can obviously tell like when the cameras are shut off, Harvey's like, all right, everybody get the fuck back to work. Nobody fucking talk to me. I need the scoop of the next titty slip, please.
You watch it every day though, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's one of those things. It's almost turned into like the Maury Povich of the afternoon. Now that I've been working at home, it's like one of those things. It's on all the time. I don't know why.
5 of like daytime TV shows one day, like what you'd watch during the day if you're stuck.
Can we do that right now? God, I can rail them off.
We can do whatever you want, man. It's your show.
I'm trying to think of other shows because I know my top one for sure.
I went to a recording of one of mine that's in the list, so I have a set in stone list of that shit. We could do it next weekend. I don't want to I don't want to spring it on people.
Yeah, Nick needs to research. That's his big thing. He can't do it off the.
Yeah, he's
fly.
never watched a second of daytime television.
I'll name all the shows right now.
No,
ruin the whole segment for everyone.
Fine, I got first pick. Big Bang Theory. No.
All right, I'm canceling the show. Speaking of Russell Westbrook, he got traded to the Wizards. We haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah.
John Wall. Do the John Wall.
God.
I mean, sure. Like John Wall for Russell Westbrook, and then what happens? Like the same shit?
I was going to say that's a
dumb
that's
trick.
my new topic. It's like just why?
Is Russ pissed?
Why?
Or is he like happy he's going to live in Washington now?
I'm sure he's never been happy in his life. No.
Well, he had to live in Oklahoma for a long time, and that state sucks.
He thrived there, though. Apparently, he liked it, and they liked him.
I've been to Oklahoma.
Why.
I've been to Oklahoma City. That place sucks.
Yeah.
You're gonna create
put him on
enemy.
the beef list.
They don't know how to work computers in Oklahoma. I'm fine.
Are you putting him on the beef list?
They're not on the
Oklahoma
beef
City,
list.
Oklahoma?
No, they're like I pity them list.
It's
a different list. I'm not mad at them. I just feel bad for them because their state sucks.
Okay, so then would you rather be in Houston or DC?
Houston? Isn't Houston kind of cool? DC
Are
is
we
dangerous,
talking about cities or are we talking about actual basketball teams? Like, what are we talking about here?
I was just saying, which one would you rather live in?
Houston, because mean, if I'm looking at Russell Westbrook situation, not my own, a lot more strip clubs in Houston, and DC they're probably not as great per capita. So that's a huge draw for it. I mean, look at James Harden; he's thriving.
No. You don't think that they've got strip clubs for the politicians and the rich and wealthy people in DC?
That's not right. Oh, well, the rich and wealthy, yes, but he's not a politician. He's not getting in those circles.
But he's got money.
But they still have those strip clubs, and he's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He'll figure it out.
Then but that's like that's one of those things. If it gets busted, then he's going to be a part of that ring, and he's the one to get a part of that ring because it'll be a huge story.
For going to a titty bar?
No, political circle titty bar. So all the politics, if you're saying all the political people are going to that same titty bar with him, there's going to be like a huge uproar on Twitter if somebody finds out, like, look at this. Because obviously it's going to be underground one, because they can't just have a bunch of politicians walking into a strip club on the street.
Lap dancers.
Look at Mitch McConnell's turkey net walking in.
Yeah, that turtle Mitch McConnell just sitting there with titties in his face.
It's Westbrook and Pelosi sitting side by side in the diamond room.
Rand Paul's protesting outside saying it's very, very immoral, these actions.
Yeah, but he's around back getting a finger in the butt. Like, everybody, they're all into weird shit. Houston, you got better weather and no taxes. Well,
put some candle wax on my balls, please.
Income taxes, yeah.
Texas is better.
Yeah. DC, it's just that you're close to the East Coast.
I'll say Georgetown campus area is nice.
What is he going to do with that?
No, I'm just saying. You guys are bashing DC like it's a fucking dump. It's not awful.
I didn't say anything.
I think it's a dump.
It's cleaned up its act.
How?
All right.
It has cleaned up.
What are you, the mayor?
I'm just telling you, I went there.
You watched that Dave Chappelle special,
nice.
And now you think DC's a nice place?
It's not awful.
James Harden they had their first day of practice today, and he wasn't there. He doesn't want
to play there.
Well, he was out celebrating Lil Baby's birthday in Vegas at a club.
Yeah, he gave him what was it? It's the gift is preposterous. The gift
wasn't like a watch and $100,000.
No, it was a duffel bag full of $100,000 and a bunch of honey buns. That was it.
That makes sense.
People are saying, why do rich people give out the worst gifts? I'm like, that's actually better than the watches they all give each other. I take $100,000 and a fucking bunch of honey buns.
That'd be the greatest gift I ever got. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Macaroni necklace. That's my go-to. Whenever I don't know, macaroni necklace.
Look what I made.
You put it in this baller ass box, like, oh shit, it's just a macaroni necklace. Like, come here, let me suit you up, brother.
Those new Jordans, and they open the box. It's macaroni painting that I've done of them.
Macaroni Jordans.
Like, oh shit, is that Virgil Abloh? Is that the Off-White?
Notice I put the macaroni elbows at the end of it, so you can fit your feet in.
It just says pasta in quotes.
But I mean, I don't understand this whole situation. Like, Houston just wants to blow up so quick. It's like, where's Harden gonna go? That's a better situation than what he's in right now. It's the Lakers aren't taking him.
I don't know. It feels like the same thing as a Westbrook situation. Like, Westbrook thrives when he's the guy that's doing everything, but those teams are just a perennial like 8 seed.
What what team's better after this trade? Is I really probably think it's Washington, right? Because at least Westbrook doesn't get as often injured as John Wall does, but
I don't know, because
yeah.
Bradley Beal's been averaging 30 a game. Like, who's going to get the ball now?
Yeah. I hate how these talking heads in the NBA are like, oh, now watch out for these Wizards with Bradley Beal and this. It's like they've been saying this shit for about 10 years. Like nothing is going to change. Doesn't matter what high scoring guard is placed there. It doesn't matter.
They'll make the playoffs,
it's obviously
but that's
flawed.
about it. That's why the NBA is kind of boring too. Like, you know who's going to be good and who's not going to be good before the season starts.
Listen, once LeBron,
I just like the drama.
Once LeBron is retired after this 2-year contract, after this 2-year extension, once he's done, he'll retire, and then it'll kind of open up again, I think.
I think they just kind of laid the blueprint for what everybody else is going to do.
I think Golden State's still going to be, if Clay ever comes back, like that's still the best starting five.
The Lakers are still going to be good. Anthony Davis just signed a 5-year deal, or he's going to.
Remember when you guys thought that he was going to the Bulls, Devin?
I didn't think that.
I was told on.
You're not Devin.
I had a lot of sources close to me on this one.
Who?
Oh,
Benny the Bull.
Fucking jerk. You're lying.
Me and Benny over a big bag of popcorn talked about AD shoe-in.
Then he dumped it over your head.
He
did. Hit you with the bag.
Uh-huh.
Benny the Bull sometimes gets disrespectful to the fans, but you just kind of let it pass because he's wearing a furry costume.
What are you going to do?
He's a furry.
You going to be the guy on TV fighting the mascot?
Yeah.
You can't be that guy.
No.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't win with
it. But he knows that, and now he's just drunk with power.
Can't stop him.
Yeah, we gave it to him.
We did.
We gave it to him.
We did. We appeased him. This is like Hitler.
Oh, just
Jesus.
Appease
him. Same thing. Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Washington, whatever. Houston,
okay.
Whatever.
Don't care about this trade.
If James Harden really was able to find something that could work out for him, he'd probably the only situation I can think of maybe Milwaukee if they're willing to do something like that. But I don't even think they would be able. I don't think they're willing to do that.
I think with Harden, you just need a bunch of guys that play defense and can pass.
Yeah,
because Harden's going to do all of the ball handling. He's going to do the majority of the scoring. If you got some 3-and-D guys that can pass the ball, that's really what you need.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him on a team with like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook? Like that would be a great team.
Yeah, they'd probably
win it.
Get to multiple finals. Yeah, and they definitely wouldn't blow it up.
They'd win. They would win every year. I don't know how that hasn't happened already.
Yeah.
All right. Before we start talking about something, I guess, awful what happened today, let's talk about something that happened earlier in the week. I want to play this quote from the beginning of the year. I hope you don't care if I play it.
The next 10 years is to continue to have the best relationship with our fans of any sport in the world, any professional sports team in the world. And that starts with the Marquee Network. The Marquee Network. What do you have against the Marquee Network?
What do you got against the Marquee Network?
Believe me, you won't be booing about that in a year.
Well, all I'll say is I'm glad there's no Cub convention this year because I think the McCormick place would burn down because of it or wherever the fuck they have it.
Yeah.
This is a big day or a big week for the Sox. They have solidified their radio play-by-play broadcasting. Len Kasper, the great Len Kasper, coming to the South Side to take on ESPN 1000 radio broadcasting for the White Sox. I think that people are looking at this as somebody that's moving on from something that's rebuilding. I think it's just somebody that's changing career paths and wants to do radio because that's a dream. I can agree with that. And Nick, before you say anything, I will say this. I would rather have him go to a different job. It just sucks that it's somewhere across town. It's better than him kicking out Pat Hughes because Pat Hughes still, in my opinion, is the Cubs' greatest play-by-play broadcaster. It doesn't matter how great Len was. Pat Hughes is the guy. In my opinion, Pat Hughes should probably be the television play-by-play broadcaster. That'd be the best replacement for Len. but that obviously won't happen because he's good at radio. So I think it'd be worse if he kicked him out that way. I know it sucks. I kind of just want to hear what you have to say because I haven't heard an opinion about it from an actual Cubs fan.
I'm going to say something that might be controversial. This was more of a gut punch than Theo saying he wasn't coming back. Because the reason I say that, we knew Theo probably wasn't going to be around after this season. And, they had already kind of started putting things.
Pearl Harbored you here. Really pretty sneaky.
Putting things into motion, and you knew that this was it, and then he leaves 1 year earlier. Like, yeah, it sucks, but like, how much of a difference is it going to be really? But this, I mean, after the past few years that the Cubs have had, after Theo bails a year early, after you can't pay Kyle Schwarber $8 million, so you let him go. After everything else,
World Series hero Kyle Schwarber. World Series hero Kyle Schwarber.
Told you,
and then the guy that's been.
They should have traded him. They should have traded him right after World Series, and it was like, no, we gotta keep him. We gotta keep him. Not even gonna fucking sign him. Idiots.
And then we lose 16 years. He's been doing the fucking play-by-play for the Cubs, and then he leaves to go take a fucking radio job for the White Sox.
Yeah, admit it. That's the reason why it stings the most. Not just because it's radio. It's just because it's across the town. Like,
that's exactly.
Radio.
That's exactly why. If he went and did it for the fucking Padres, I don't, sure, whatever. But he goes to the White Sox, and from what I hear, he's the one that called them.
Yeah, he did.
Hell yeah.
I think it's because they put a suit on him. I still think it's because they put the suit on him. He is a polo man.
He did a radio interview. I think it was ESPN. But, I mean, you could tell that he was not a fan of Marquee. You could tell he was not a fan of the regulations and rules that they were putting into place. And it's just like, okay, Ricketts, you got the World Series. You did all that. But now every other thing has just been a disaster. And you're a dickhead. And you're crying poor. And your TV network sucks. And it's $14 to get a goddamn beer in the stadium. And you go outside and it's Disneyland. And all this stuff. And now we got nothing. We got we're essentially going to be starting a rebuild.
Yep.
We don't got our play-by-play guy that's been there for 16 years. It's tough.
I think what's worse is like you hear the rumors of who's going to replace him, and that's kind of even worse. That's when you hear Chris Meyer's name getting tossed around. That is, you talk about a boring call. You talk about a boring ass play-by-play announcer. I think of Chris Myers.
Is that a rumor? I thought that was official.
No, it's not official. You know what a rumor is that they're going to switch off different people doing the play-by-play, which sounds even fucking worse. Like, this isn't national football where you can just have any sort of schlep get in there. You can read a week by week what's happening with the team and just do it. I mean, you got to have somebody that's going to stick with the team and be able to be, a part of that team and really know what's going on. That's why Len was so good at it. I mean, he literally was like a part of the team. Like, he would interview so many dudes, and like you hear, I'm not trying to rub it in. They have so many cool things that are going to come up with the White Sox. I'm excited to hear Benetti and Kasper call a game when Stoney's off. Like, that's going to be intriguing. It's going to be good to hear DJ be at his best as a color guy, because I still think that DJ is a pretty decent color guy. So him and Len are going to be really good together. I just think that it just, Marquee really has dropped the ball. And you could tell even from the 60-game stint, like, it's night and day difference how creative they are in comparison to what WGN does. I mean, WGN brings in celebrities. They do the 7th-inning stretch. They talk to people. And I'm sure it could have been the same thing with Marquee, but it just seems so corporate. It's just a corporate Cubs feel. And
I was driving
with the Disneyland.
I heard on the radio today. They were doing like a commercial for the Marquee Network, and they're like, "Join us on Wednesday when we review when the Bears play the Vikings. We'll have all the interviews, and plus we'll replay the game." And like,
I don't want that.
That was like 3 weeks ago, and it was awful. Like, I don't want to relive any of that.
Marquee, I mean, they really banked on people wanting to like watch the Cubs throughout the winter and off season? Like what? I mean, if they better be spending millions upon millions of dollars like the Red Sox and Yankees do or the Dodgers do, if they want that type of attention on their team, if they're going to be this type of team that's going to go into rebuilds, that can't work. You are a big time player now. When you put out a TV station, you're expected to spend money every year. And that's what pissed me off about these people.
Just makes me sad. Because, like,
I love it. It makes me happy. You being sad about the Cubs makes me happy.
I'm not going to be that.
Makes me happy.
I'm not going to be that because who knows? I mean, the Sox, this will be their big free agent signing. They won't sign fucking Dick, and they'll get Eddie Rosario playing fucking left field for them. But
maybe they'll get Schwabo to be DH.
I feel like they might get Schwarber.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys don't have enough. You don't have enough guys that can only hit and can't play any fucking defense. You got a whole team full of DH.
We don't have enough old Cubs players that are going to do so much better on the White Sox.
I'm excited.
You guys be upset about.
You know, I'm excited. November 2021, when we get the story, day after the World Series, Tony La Russa arrested for his third DUI after celebrating a World Series, baby. Let's fucking go!
I thought he had 3 already. Is this 4?
No, I think he's on the 2 strikes right now. One more strike, Tony, and you're out of here, buddy. Okay,
he's gonna be
get in the car.
Big house. He's calling people in from the phone in the jailhouse. I got 5 minutes. I told you I got 5 minutes. Bring in the righty.
Don't change that channel. I'm watching that. It's a shit show still in the South Side. Don't get me wrong. This was a nice little makeup.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Tony La Russa's with his DUI case, and let's see if we can get an interview with him soon. But he's got a lot of legal battles to fight.
It's depressing. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
Love it.
What do you got against the Marquee Network?
I love it.
What do you guys got against the Marquee Network?
Go fuck yourself with your stupid TV channel and your no money.
Change.
Nick, I didn't want to keep bringing it up, but I know the Ricketts did interviews before, or like when they started owning the team. Was it a red flag when you heard that they didn't even like baseball, or the dad didn't even like baseball? Like they didn't even like sports. They didn't watch it. They just thought it was a business opportunity.
We like money.
That's all. It's always a red flag, but then like you bring in Theo and you do make the stadium better, and you know, at that point it seems like the business side is helped when the team is successful because you'll be making more money.
Yeah.
But apparently their interests were outside of the stadium more so, apparently, and that hasn't really helped the product on the field.
For all of the sports teams in Chicago, who is the worst owner? Like, what ownership group is the worst?
I still think it's McCaskey's. I think it's
the McCaskey's.
Busters, for fuck's sake. Talking about losing the fall of grace, for Christ's sake, with
worse
Matt Nagy and all them. Hey, Ryan, in my opinion, Reinsdorf's got the best 2 teams in the city right now. Hey, he's got more championships than most of these owners in the city, just because of Michael Jordan, yeah, but still.
I mean, I'm taking
his wing.
I'm taking Rocky over all of them for my money.
What about? Well, his dad was the worst person ever.
His dad was the worst. But he took over. Like he's done pretty well by the team.
Can we talk about that real quick before we come up with the Bears again?
Versus dead dad.
NHL might not even play this year. What's your thoughts on that, Devin?
They will.
How?
They'll figure it out.
There's money.
I don't know, man.
Money talks.
I mean, they have the worst TV deals. They really are.
Like, their lockouts are always the most serious because, like, it will have. Like, they'll lock out for a while, but they won't do the whole season.
It's one of those things where I see all these teams that have some Canadian teams. They can't really, like, they're going to have them in, like, the United States or something else or that. I don't think there's too many teams in the NHL to do that, 1. 2, it's just they need to have actual live games. That's where all these teams make money. Like, they can't. I don't know if they can survive with the TV deals they have if they can't have any people in the games. Like the NHL lives off of that revenue, and that's basically going to be a big problem if they can't get that. So I know that they're fighting over that too.
Well, depending on how the revenue splits go, would it be better to just not? Because like if they have a lockout, nobody gets paid, right?
Nobody gets paid.
Yeah, but they also have also a year in the red possibly too. But you're gonna have a year in the red if you don't even play. But it's just
if they played a
be
full
you and
season,
Kaner in the unemployment line collecting your checks.
would they still? They'll never show us the actual numbers, but there's no way they would lose money playing a full season with no fans, would they?
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Like they wouldn't be doing good. I don't think many teams, to be honest. I don't think many sporting teams can really go that long without having live sport with that type of revenue. That's a huge chunk getting taken out. So I just think the NHL would be the first.
Be the worst? I think baseball would be the worst with that because like they have such like.
But NHL's way more localized fans than baseball does. I feel like how one, baseball is kind of just by themselves in their season in the summer, and two, there's more viewers for baseball than there is hockey still, even with how many more games there are. It's so localized hockey, and I think they get a lot of money from that just in-game experience because look at how the Hawks run. I mean, I know it's a tough, to just to compare to other teams because they, get a lot of sellouts, but still, I mean, you can't say those people are all diehards. Those are just people that want to go see a hockey game. So they're missing that revenue because you're not getting all the people that love the game at the game they're watching from TV. But if you can't get revenue in from that, I think it's a problem, especially for the NHL. Baseball has better TV rights too. They have better TV deals too. That's the biggest issue
for some teams though. But I think like you told me the A's could last without playing baseball, like the whole.
But also, it's not. It's a collective bargaining thing too, right? Where I know that every ML team's connected. All their owners are connected, but it's not like a collective bargaining agreement in that type of way where they're all sharing revenue. I mean, they all have different revenue streams, or they're not all fully sharing the revenue like the other three big sports are. So that could be different in itself as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to have a lockout, it would probably be this year, just because you're not. I mean, you're only giving up less money to have a lockout now.
Yeah. I think with what's going on, and I think many people wouldn't blink an eye, and I think it's a problem too that, I mean, shouldn't this be the eye opener for the NHL where it's like we really need to find a way to expose the game as much as we can? Because what if this happens again? How many more what if this continues to happen? Like, how many more seasons can we go with fans not being in the stands, and how can we make this work?
Just fold the whole league.
No, I don't want to say that. Fuck that. That would be ridiculous if they folded. That'd be the most unstable sporting league of all time.
I want the XHL. I want Vince McMahon to come up with a hockey league, and I want to watch that.
He just does extreme versions of every sport.
Yeah. The XHL, the XLB.
XLB, yeah, it would just be like that the video game MLB Slugfest.
Yeah, where you can punch people as soon as you get close to him on first.
Yeah, you punch the guy, he drops the ball, then you go to second. You punch that guy, go to third. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great
I love that.
You gotta do backflips, catching it in the outfield.
Yeah, you just see guys pumping 102 miles an hour, and the guy's swinging a bat with thumbtacks in it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
That's my XLB.
That's a sport I love, not these freaking wussies.
Yeah. So Bryce hits a double. He drops the bat, and somebody from the dugout immediately throws him a folding chair instead. And then he just starts whacking people.
Hell yeah.
Dee, get the tables. Yeah.
And then if it goes to extras, instead of just like the guy starts on second thing, you just have a cage match over the pitching mound.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm in.
Set all the tables on fire. Stack all the tables.
Yeah. But it's like a free. So everybody in the bullpens are on the outfield, and you just open the doors, and then it's a mad dash to the top of the cage in the center.
And Joe West is holding the prize.
Okay, I just got a great idea
The prize is
for
Joe
content.
West.
Yeah, you got to grab his. The whole team's got to lift up Joe West, and that's a whole team effort, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you got to take him into your dugout. It's almost like a tug of war battle.
So we should, when Nick finally scrounges up enough money to buy the new Xbox or PlayStation, wherever he's going to get, we should get the cheapest version of a WWE game and live stream. You come up with a wrestler, and I come up with a wrestler, and Nick comes up with a wrestler, and we unveil them during that and live stream the wrestling match.
Yeah, I'd be down.
It's not that I don't have the money. It's that they are not for
once
sale.
He saves up, once he gets all those coupons cut out, and
Just get a PS4.
No, fuck you. It already came
Fuck
out.
me.
Yeah, but you can't
Yes.
get it.
Dude, I can't get it. I've been checking. They don't. I don't think they want to sell any PlayStations.
Can we talk about that? I don't understand. So nobody wants to buy these anyways. There's no games out for them that are exclusive to like that generation. How do they not make enough?
I don't like. Okay, so I understand.
That shit don't make any sense.
Since the PS4 came out, gaming has really exploded in popularity. At the same time, how do you not forecast that in order to make enough PlayStations?
Like, you're not going to charge any more for them, so it's not a supply and demand thing. You're going to charge the same amount of money for them. You just don't have enough of them.
Just keep printing PlayStation. Keep making more fucking plays. It's 2.5 weeks until Christmas. You can't even fucking buy one unless it's on eBay for $1,000.
$1,000. Yeah,
they're like, hey, Ronnie, how many of these things do you think we should make this year? I don't know, Bob. Like 20?
Three of them?
2, 3?
I don't know. Tree of them? I don't know.
I don't think a lot of people are going to buy them this year.
It's the big PlayStations in like the south side of Chicago. Like, I don't know about 37 of those suckers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Even on eBay, there's, I don't know, like 8,000. So like, even if you're not counting those, like how many fucking PlayStations did you make, dude?
Just buy. They're making the same games for PS4 still. Can't you just wait and you save $7,000+ and just get a PS5 when they're not going to blow up probably too?
What are the odds that Brian has like 5 of them? I bet you could buy one. That motherfucker. Brian. He traded his Surfaces for PS5.
He better not. I better not find out where he lives if that's the case, because I'm for sure breaking in. I'll grab a tablet and a PS5.
Ho ho ho, motherfucker.
So like, originally I thought it was just oh my god, they came out and they sold so quickly. Oh man, I'm so sorry. And then like as soon as it was Black Friday, they were like, oh, here's 12 million PlayStation 5s. But it's December 6th and you can't even buy one.
Yeah.
And what the fuck happened?
Nobody's got money.
I mean, obviously they're selling. Some people are buying them.
You saved up your stimulus check, you buy a PS5.
They just didn't make.
Well, it could be an investment now. Those people are brilliant. They make double the money. I'd sell mine for $80,000. Somebody would buy it probably.
Probably. Barely.
I get the last PS5 for sale. It'll be $1 million.
And when are they making more PS5 games?
2026. That's
they're not like they're gonna make them for both for forever.
I don't get it.
It seems like they botched this.
There's no reason to buy the new one.
No,
there's no reason. It's the same thing.
You probably play Call of Duty and 2K.
Better.
Yeah,
the PlayStation. But I'm an Xbox guy, and that one looks shittier, so I'm not gonna buy it for a while.
Yeah, I feel like that one's gonna. When does that come out? Xbox One.
It already came out. Came out at the same time. Yeah,
it's probably out.
Oh, why?
I haven't kept up with it because I don't want to buy it.
Is that one getting sold out like the other one, or no?
I don't know. Microsoft probably fucking made more than 30 of them.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
It's bullshit. Sony, how do you do this? What are you doing to me?
Yeah, that is a weird move, especially from a group like Sony that it was like,
they make literally everything. They understand how business works.
I don't get that. That makes no sense. I still think it's one of those things. They like this resale type shit. Hype beast market. They want to get into it. PlayStations.
Dude, as many as they wanted to make is as many as they would sell. They're giving up money.
I've seen those sneaker Instagram profiles turn into I'm selling PS5 profiles. So that's
All of
what
them.
it tells me. He's like, I'm not selling these Jordans anymore. I'm selling these PS5s that fell off a truck.
That's like a legit job to buy shoes and sell shoes. Like,
Yeah,
you make
Yeah.
a
no, I
lot of
mean,
money.
respect
Yeah.
the hustle. I mean, those guys are moving.
Should we get into the bot game? We got to get into the bot game.
I
and
don't
just
got
start
8,000
winning all these.
iPhones. Like, I'm not gonna go into a room committed to 8,000 iPhones. I'm sorry.
Why not?
No, you need a
We'll do
bot.
it.
Yeah.
How do you?
We'll use the
How
money we're
much is
getting
a
from your
robot?
OnlyFans, and now we're gonna switch over to shoes.
So is it like a Roomba? Could I get that? Is that what you mean by a bot? Like he
Yeah.
handles it? Okay, cool.
Oh, this is my Roomba, Fred. He got me a PlayStation.
He got me
and 8
Jordans.
more.
He's
Got me-
coming into the room with a PlayStation on it.
The J's too. Like everything's on time. Like thanks, robot.
How does he do it? We don't know. We don't know.
It's got the magic touch.
Yeah, that's the premise for a show right there. It's kind of like a Freaky Friday situation where they were making other robots, and then like the Roomba fell in the tank, and then the Roomba became this robot that could do other stuff.
Yeah,
Like a genie.
He learned from his peers.
Yeah, essentially.
I dream Roomba.
I dream of Roomba.
Ooh.
Yeah.
CBS. You know you love
Let's
these
go.
shit ass shows. I saw
I don't
you
know,
see the promo for that show, My Name's Cat or whatever it is, where this lady quits her job or gets fired. She opens up a cat cafe. It's a cafe for cats. New show on CBS.
I'm mentally changing the channel from this show right now. Why do they put the worst television on
I don't know
CBS?
who's an exec over there, but they need to.
Yeah, who the hell is ordering that show? Yeah, like give me 8 episodes of Cat Faye.
Who's competing against me for this TLC? Fuck it. Double down.
Double down. 2 seasons.
Then he just claps his hands together like, oh, job well done. Let me go hit the sauna.
Done it again.
Bob, did you hear we locked up Cat Faye?
I'm gonna watch it.
What else?
Should we talk about it?
No. Keep putting it
Oh,
off.
wait. Before we talk about it, football related kind of. Josh Gordon got reinstated for the millionth time, and he can play football eventually.
He can play he can play as much as he wants now. Because wait, no, that's the NBA. He still can get tested for weed. Damn, that sucks. Never mind. I
How the
forgot.
hell are they still testing for weed?
It's legal.
Because of hoodlums like Josh Gordon. Those damn weed smokers.
It's probably only for Josh Gordon. It's the Josh Gordon rule. He's still the only person who gets tested.
Oh, 100-yard game must have been high.
Oh, yeah. Weed's bad. Don't touch weed. Here's 13 Percocet.
Good.
Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not, weed is not a performance enhancing drug. Who gives a shit? You ever tried playing football high? Because I haven't. Because I wouldn't even go outside. I just sit on the couch.
It's just because Goodell wouldn't toke up with him.
He's mad.
He's mad.
I'm sure that once they legalize weed, they're non-testing it in the NFL. Roger Goodell will go up to the media and smoke a doobie. He's like,
up there.
I'm like one of them now. Look at how fun this is.
You got Jay when he's announcing the draft picks.
Look at how cool I am, everybody.
Doing
with
bars in between picks.
Adam Silver gets it. He's like, we're not testing for weed anymore.
Took him about 5 years. Jesus. He's not that cool.
He's
cooler than Roger Goodell.
Yeah, that's true. But that's not hard to do.
Yeah, he loves wearing quarter zip sweaters.
What? Trill tweet?
Yeah.
One thing about him, he's gonna get that quarter zip on. He's wearing a quarter zip.
I wish these guys were competitive and they just try to one up each other. Like, well, you know what? NBA's not doing that. NHL, we're not meth testing this year. You want to do as much meth as you want? Like, whoa, he's way cooler. He's gonna let us do meth.
Now that is a performance enhancing drug.
Bubble in Oregon.
Hey, it's close to Vancouver. You could just have the Canucks just hang out there. Yeah. I mean, if you want to get the people on your side, Mr. NHL Commissioner, what's his name? Oh, Gary Bettman.
Gary Bettman.
Mr.
Boo.
Bettman. Allow heroin.
Do it. You won't.
You just got coaches nodding off on the sideline like, oh, too close to game time.
So Silver's definitely number one, like
Yeah.
coolest commissioner. Then
yeah.
rank of the other three, because they're those three are all losers.
They're
The
tied for
biggest
worst.
loser.
Yeah, the rest are all in fourth place. There's no 2 or 3.
Rob Manfred gets booed. He looks like a sad puppy, and everyone's got to clap for him on the stage. Like Goodell just gets roasted every second. I think he's become second because now he's like a heel against the people. He's like, oh yeah, keep clapping.
No, I gotta say, I don't have a problem with Gary Bettman, and the league has grown a lot under
No,
him.
fuck
It's
him.
just
He
fun.
locks out the year he locks out. I've never seen a commissioner lock out a league so often. It's like
Hey, it takes
twice
2 to
this
lock out.
decade.
Hey
That's true.
y'all. Hey y'all. Shut the league down.
I'm tired. It's like McDonald's at 11 p.m. Ice cream machine's broken. NHL's broken. We ain't starting until January.
See, it's not broken. No, we're out. We're not playing.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Bettman. Is 2.
Yeah, I put Batman too. And then a 2-way tie for
Nah, I'd give Goodell over.
Manfred.
Manfred's the
Manfred.
biggest loser. I'm
Manfred's a
sorry.
fucking weenie.
Yeah,
He just
he's
sucks.
a nerd.
He sucks.
It's biggest loser time. It's biggest loser time.
Is Daddy's favorite show. All right, let's
I don't wanna.
let's get into it.
What's going on? What are we talking about?
You know what time it is. You know what the hour.
Your Chicago Bears
Oh, they played today?
are a goddamn disaster.
Yeah, I was talking to my esteemed colleagues at 670 to Score, Hub Arkish and Pat Manley, aka I called in to the Score after the game because I was such an upset Meathead fan.
Did you really?
Yeah, I called in to talk to him. I got a lot of opinions. I saved them for this podcast, but
You call up to the show to tell them that you're saving all your opinions for
no, but I
podcast?
put that. No, I should have said that. I should have promoted. I should have promoted.
Wait, did you tell him to listen to the pod?
No, but I.
Oh my god!
I was heated. I couldn't think about anything else than Matt Nagy possibly getting fired on the tarmac if this is a road game. I mean, this is embarrassing, right? Like this is, and we sat through Mark Trestman, and this is worse. I think the point we've gotten to with this team.
What makes you say that?
Because they actually have a decent team. Like they have a decent defense, and like they could be good, but it's just like, how is this guy coach of the year 2 years ago?
I think the defense sucks now.
They've given up on them.
Legitimately, I think they're bad.
Yeah, they definitely lost the game today.
I think before the last few games are like middle of the road, like 12, 13 in the league kind of defense. Now I think they suck.
It's a mixture.
Well, I mean, they did at the end of the game. They gave up 2 touchdowns in 40 seconds.
I mean, one of them was a strip fumble at like the goal line.
I haven't seen a sack in like 3 weeks. And you're paying the defensive line like over $260 million. Like it's an insane amount of money that the defense is making to give up
for being this average. Yeah, and they gave up 40 points. Like
they have the highest paid safety in the league. They have a first round linebacker pick. They have a second round cornerback pick, and they're paying Khalil Mack the most amount of money any defensive player is making in the league.
But it's just
they shouldn't suck.
It's one of these things where, like, yeah, I can't. This game is lit. Mitch didn't even look horrible today. He looked manageable. It's
that fumble was bad.
You can't even blame the offense on this. But you can't even blame the offense for this.
No.
At this point, I don't know.
They put up 30.
Like, it's just so frustrating. But it's one of those things. I can't blame the offense fully. But again, they have one of those terrible third quarters where they do absolutely.
How do you catch the ball on third down and walk out of bounds before the first down marker?
That was completely inexcusable by easily our best offensive player.
What the fuck was that? That doesn't make any sense at all. And then he's like, "No, I definitely got it," and he walked out, but way before the first down marker.
You're
Yeah, it was
looking
not
right
even
at
close.
it. You're literally looking right at it, and
The
you
guy
do
fell
that.
down. There's no defender around you.
That was Marion Barber going out of bounds against Tebow.
Not going out of bounds. Oh wait, no.
He went out of bounds.
He went out of bounds when he wasn't supposed to go out of bounds. At least
Correct.
he went out of bounds and did that right. He just didn't fucking go over the pylon or the fucking orange little stripe thing, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on. And then the play after, that play call is absolute horseshit. Like, that's terrible.
Well, the blocking was bad, but if Mitch kept it instead of handing the ball off, there was nobody in front of him for 15 yards.
What is with him with that? I thought like the main reason why he is he makes the defense, actually, kind of think is because he has legs, but he never pulls the ball back and just runs himself. I saw at least 4 to 5 times where if he were to do that, he'd probably get like 15 to 20 yards. He never does it anymore. I really think somebody's telling him that he shouldn't do that.
Which is dumb because that's one of the few things that could like earn him a paycheck.
Well, isn't that what he's supposed to be fucking good at? Like reading, like simple college stuff, reading the defensive end, seeing where he goes, and see if he's got a running lane. If you can't do that, what the fuck, man? Like, come on, dude. I can only back somebody for so long, but I mean, he doesn't do enough. And this game's fine. He had over 200 yards and a touchdown, but that's not enough. He still had a bunch of turnover that was huge in the worst moment you could do it, and it's just like it's so frustrating. But again, that's also the offensive line not blocking at the right time.
Bad.
Like Rashad Coward, like sucks. Like what the fuck is that, man? Like you've been doing it all goddamn year.
So here's the thing that like makes me a little less frustrated about this is the team that we have right now is not going to win the Super Bowl.
They never
bold,
were. What
bold statement.
Wow.
Well, I mean, but like, there's no chance. So like, if they lose now or they win out and make the playoffs, like it doesn't fucking matter. They're not good enough to win it all. And isn't it at the end of the day that's what you want? Like a football team that
not
can
only
win
that they're
all
not
the
good
games?
enough, it's that they're not even fucking close to being good enough
Well,
to
good.
even
Now I hope
making the
they suck.
playoffs.
Well, okay, so what happens? You beat Detroit, right? And then you feel a little bit better this week. But by the end of the season, you still have a shit draft pick. And you still aren't any closer to win the Super Bowl than you were if
I'll
you
tell you
lost
what.
the Lions. They're not any
After the-
closer or any farther today than they were yesterday.
After that first half, I was telling myself, I sent it to you guys. We got 4.5, games of this. We'll be right back in this race. And then the second half happened. And they couldn't even do the half part of it. They couldn't even play the second fucking half decent at all. Like, God, why can't he coach a full fucking game? Like, it's one half and that's it. You only get one good half. So you either want it the first half or the second half. No in between.
And they still haven't scored an offensive touchdown in the third quarter of the season.
It's so bad, dude.
They've scored one total touchdown in the third quarter, and that was a special teams touchdown.
Cordero Patterson, I remember.
Yes. Yep.
I'm more upset about the defense, I think, than I am.
Dude,
because
it's tiring with complaining about the offense, but now this whole thing, and you're right, Devin. It's like at least we have this defense that can keep us in the game, and now they're not fucking doing
needs
that.
to go.
Yeah, he's done.
Needs to go.
I've never seen a defensive coordinator.
I
never seen a defensive coordinator make their stars like Khalil Mack and Eddie Jackson so useless in a fucking defense like this. How can you do that?
Had a sack in 3 weeks and you're gonna still rush 3 guys? Are you a fucking idiot? Like, what's wrong? Are you dumb?
Well, I thought that was the whole thing, like him going in. Oh, he's more aggressive with blitzing than fucking
he never
Vic
blitzes.
Fangio. Yeah, he barely does. And they play these bullshit soft coverages, get eaten up all the time. Got fucking linebackers chasing down slot receivers across the middle of the field, and they get a first down easily. It's just so annoying.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like you can't play soft coverage and then also not bring pressure.
Their front seven isn't a cover team. They are a blitzing team. They are aggressive when it comes to attacking the quarterback. And I think that I just think that they are too concerned about, I don't know, like trying to get a turnover or something. I just don't know what they're fucking doing. It's just
I wish they could
looks
get
so
Fangio back.
bad.
I hope Fangio quits in Denver and just comes back to coach the Bears defense.
Who knows? He might get fired. Who knows?
Hey, who knows?
All I'll tell you right now is that anytime we talk about the Bears, let me know what happens because I'm done watching these last 4 games. Honestly, I know it's our job to keep the viewers informed, but you know what? Now it's your job to keep me informed, viewers. Tell me what the fuck's going on. Tweet me, DM me the scores, the stats. I'll give you my opinion based on just reading a paper because I am not watching this fucking garbage. I'm going to celebrate. I've had already a shitty year as is with what's going on in the world. I don't need this loser team to make me feel worse about myself, god damn it. Like, I need to fucking have a holly jolly motherfucking Christmas, have a goddamn happy new year, and these people won't allow me to do it. So I'm not going to watch. And I suggest people that feel the same way do the same thing.
Powerful
Thank you.
words.
Thank you. I didn't say that on the radio. That's what I wanted to say on the radio.
That was what you were saving?
You should.
Yeah.
You know what else you should have said on the radio?
What?
Should have shouted out the fucking podcast. You
That
idiot.
too.
Wait,
That
Baba
too.
Booey.
Babooey! Babooey.
Well, don't look now because the Bears have Texans, Vikings, Jaguars. So you're going to get
I'm not
bought.
looking now. I'm not looking ever
3
again.
losses. 3 straight losses.
I am never looking at that schedule again because it only brings depression.
I just
Well,
don't
you
wanna
definitely
listen to the game.
You
have
definitely
to
shouldn't
be-
watch. You shouldn't watch next week because against the Texans, all they're going to bring up is how he didn't draft Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I'm
drinking game.
excited.
Next Sunday, every time they talk about them not taking Deshaun Watson, you have to drink.
And we
And
can
I
all
mean,
do
like-
the show plastered, just hammered.
Piss drunk.
This is why
Toast.
we need to have these top 5s. We need to take up a lot of time with some great top 5s. I'm gonna give you the like the Bears. I'm gonna give you the least amount of Bears coverage, like they do. The least amount. They'll give now minimal effort. Team has given up on their coaching, and there better be some changes. But the problem is, who the fuck is making these decisions? I mean, you could always go back to this. Yeah, you can fire these fucking guys, and you can try to find new guys. Who's making the decisions? It's the same fucking losers that has been making the decisions for the past 15 to 20 years. That's George McCaskey and Ted Phillips. And the problem is, like, yeah, you could tell them to fire Ted Phillips. You still got a loser, George McCaskey, who's going to figure out a football operations guy, and that's never going to work out. So he needs to sell the team. That's the only way that this can get
what
fixed.
they need to do is Willy Wonka this thing and let one fan come in and make all the decisions for a year.
It is Willy Wonka here with Matt Nagy. It's fucking Wonka.
I don't need the gobstopper, and then you let me pick all the people.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like, Ted Phillips isn't even he moved on from the football operations job. You know who the head of football operations is for the Bears?
Tell me it's Virginia.
No, it's Ryan Pace. He's not only the GM, he's the head of football operations. So this
Very
team
good.
fucking, they just are like, well, I don't know nothing about football. Let's just give it to this guy. And he's like, first of all, like, they could have hired the guy from the Colts. He was another guy that was a finalist, and then they picked this fucking dude. And I think we've already talked about it on this podcast about how bad of a decision that's become. Even though the Colts are whatever, at least they're a fucking competent organization, for Christ's sake. This is just a shit show. It'll never happen. They'll never sell a team. It's their only claim to money. They would never do it. So
We just
sorry,
gotta
Bears fans.
we gotta frame them for a heinous crime.
Yeah, Virginia. She just robbed a bank. I think this
She
old
touched me.
woman.
She touched me. Virginia
Yeah.
McCaskey.
We got to get her caught up in a Donald Sterling type situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't be hard. Just tap the phone. I'm sure she says
Steve,
some wild shit.
Steve, you could be her V Stiviano.
No. I'll pass. I'll give
You got to
that.
wear the
give that to
wear the
Devin.
welding mask.
No, listen, Steve, we'll get you in. We'll get you guys hitched, and then we'll change her will, and she'll leave you the team.
Yeah.
Just
got this
can we
Knives
have
Out
her
style.
say something lewd about Magic Johnson, for the love of God, please.
No,
No,
you
that's
have
not
to
it.
fuck her.
We're doing Knives Out. We're doing
Would
it.
you guys do that if that meant that they would sell the team? That's a fun question.
One
I have-
time?
Would I have sex with Virginia
No, 1 month, a full month, every day.
every day?
Yeah.
Once a day
Yeah.
or multiple? Is that all I'm doing?
That's all dependent on her appetite.
Dude,
you know what I
you
mean?
don't. It can't be that. Her heart can't take it. Come on.
We are living. All right, here we go. Classic Nick. Gotta find the caveats to the argument. Say her heart is pumping like a 35-year-old, for fuck's sake. Prime of her fucking life, and you gotta go to town. And you gotta go to town on her for a fucking month straight, and then she sells the Bears. Are you doing it?
Can I guarantee that they get bought by a competent person?
Nope.
Sure.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, no, it's a crapshoot. Yeah, great caveat. No, that's a good question. No, it's a crapshoot. We don't know if it's good or not.
Oh God.
She loves oral.
She has a fixation.
Yeah,
Loves
that's
it.
tough. That's tough.
Get over here, Nicholas.
First, you gotta change my diaper, and then diaper life.
Oh,
You just gotta sit next to her in the suite, and the camera pans up, and I'm wearing like a white shirt, and I got a spray tan on. They're like, "Oh yeah, you know who that is. You know what he's doing."
going down in the box while you're in the box.
Does everybody in the world know what I'm doing?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Hey, V's getting munched right now by
Well-
Nick, so
You know how they have the graphics? It goes Nick Rice, McCaskey's fuckboy.
Yeah, if it works, they'll build a statue of me outside of Soldier Field.
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you're gonna be like Jerry Jones's kid. They just show him like cleaning her glasses, like, and you're just doing a dom right there, and then just look at him wearing the whole leather suit.
He's got a
You know
Kim's
what?
suit
Fuck
in
it.
the
I'll do
box.
it. I could live like a billionaire for a month, maybe change the Bears' future forever. I'll do it.
Yeah, you'd be living the high life for a month, wherever you want.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll just suck it up. Just grin and bear. Well, that was probably poor phrasing.
Oh,
You know,
God.
I was gonna answer possibly I'd do it, but if Nick's gonna bite the bullet, then I don't need
Thanks,
to do
Nick.
it anymore. So thank
Oh,
you,
I
Nick.
thought it was just.
So
Oh,
thank
damn
you,
it.
Nick, for
I'm a texter.
yeah. I'll let her know. Hey, we got a
All
deal
right.
to propose to you, old Virginia. Sweet Virginia.
We just have the train come and play in the background. Train. Yeah, nobody's ever had sex while listening to Train.
You're about to. Sweet
Yeah.
Virginia.
Sweet Virginia.
I want to throw up thinking about it.
Hey,
Can we
you're
move
saving the
on?
Bears.
I'm ready to move on. Yeah, it's a noble.
Hey.
I'm a martyr.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, man.
They just like carry me down the stadium steps like Spider-Man at the end of that movie.
Thank you for your
They're
service.
like, hey, be careful with him. He's a hero. All right, let's move. Other games. Other things happened.
Can I ask you a
Um,
question real quick before we move on? Is that how
No.
you thought our Bears recap would end?
Sure didn't. Sure was not.
Keep you on your toes here at the Relatively Jumbo podcast.
Ugh, I'm gonna throw up. Saints Falcons.
Dude, my team looks good.
No,
I picked-
yeah.
I picked a winner here.
Yeah, you really went out on a limb picking the fucking Saints.
Let me pick them. It's not like I
That's
picked them
fair.
and you guys like, oh, you can't pick the Saints. And for a while there, you thought it was a bad pick. So everybody can shut the fuck up.
Don't worry, Drew Brees is coming back real soon. Get him back to being mediocre.
You know, I can't believe how many is this Taysom's second start or third start?
Second.
I like the graphic. It's his first career touchdown pass today.
That's weird.
Yeah,
It's
and he threw
weird,
two.
right?
Yeah, he looked better than Mitch.
Well,
Maybe.
yeah.
Honestly, it's at the end of the day, it's all because their O line's good. I mean, they'll make any quarterback look all right. Their O line's good.
Well, that's
That
the thing.
way-
They have a good O line and they have a good defense.
Amazing! Wow, that's how you win in the NFL.
And a good coach. And great receivers. And
coach
elite
that
running
is-
back.
Coach that's
And-
willing to work to their quarterback strengths. What I mean, I feel like I say it every fucking week.
I thought, yeah.
But
I thought
enough
we moved
about
on
this.
from the Bears.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
I'm already fucking Virginia. Falcons. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Falcons. I'm sorry. I mean, they were wearing the black uniforms. That was cool. I love those.
Pretty dope. They lost, but they lost pretty sick.
Yeah, it was a 1-score game, and they were wearing the black uniforms. That's basically a win. Count that as a tie for them.
Call it.
How about your Raiders? Fucking suck.
Win's a win,
Whoa.
baby. Let's go.
You
Rugger.
talk about a
Henry
trap
Ruggers.
game.
You guys fucking suck.
It's embarrassing that like the Jets are really still probably so happy about this outcome.
Can you do the John Gruden recap of this game real quick?
I'll
Hey,
tell
John, what do you like for Thanksgiving?
I don't even eat Thanksgiving anymore. My wife doesn't even. She left the plate outside, and old Deuce, he was barking at me. I couldn't even get inside. So, I just went to my local Hooters. I got a couple of medium wings, bucket, 25, 30 of them, and I went to town. I went to Marky's house. Mark opened the door. He had his PF Chang, so we had ourselves a little Thanksgiving meal.
This guy's eating 30 wings and then eating PF Chang's? What the fuck is going on?
I'm a hungry guy. You got a problem with that or something? I'm hungry.
Sorry, Chucky.
It's all right. Don't let me sick Deuce on you.
Somebody made the call from up top at the Jets to that the tank was on because they ran a cover 0 with some guy just sitting in the middle of the fucking field on, was it 4th and 13 with 20 seconds left in the game. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing.
It's like they got into Adam Gase's headphones. The owner, he's like, bitch, we are revving down that engine. We ain't winning today, motherfucker. We are going winless, and your ass is gonna get fired today instead of at the end of the year, you motherfucker.
They're like, if you win this game, I'll fucking kill you. Gase just like looked down at his chest. There's just like a red dot right at his sternum. He's like, all right, yeah, cover 0. Send him.
There's no defense on the field. I don't want one out there. They'll never expect it.
Will we get a penalty if we put 9 guys out there? Is that even legal? Because I want 9 guys out there.
Show me, ref. Show me we're in the rule book where it says I can't play 9.
The Raiders will be fine. They will make the playoffs this year, and everything will be hunky-dory.
I can't talk shit about the Bills because they don't play till tomorrow. But so far, my team 11-2.
The last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Well, they lost a close game to the Chiefs, got blown out by the Falcons, almost lose to the Jets. Now you've got the Colts, which is, we'll get to that in a second. It's not an easy game. Chargers, we'll also get to that. They fucking suck. They gave up on Anthony Lynn. Then you got the Dolphins and the Broncos. So you can go 2-2 there. That gets you to 9-7. I can see that. All right. Colts, Texans. Texans got to the 5-yard line, fumbled the ball. That was pretty much it. I don't know. I'm not worried at all about the Colts. I don't think they're actually going to do anything because that's just what Phillip Rivers teams do. They have good regular season records and then lose in the first round of the playoffs. So
I feel so bad for Watson, to be honest. You watch their games, and he's literally the only reason why they're like alive in any games. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
He's a good quarterback.
He's really fucking.
If he ever
good.
gets, do you think he's gonna have that Matt Stafford complex where like Stafford is the only good player on Detroit for all of his career?
Maybe. I hope
if
not.
He gets stuck on the Texans.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. If he's stuck there, then yeah. If he goes somewhere that can, if he goes to, let's say, I don't want to be putting this into existence, but like Green Bay after Aaron Rodgers retires, then he can probably strive. Which I don't know. That could be a possibility. See how they line up, but he's gonna. If he stays in Houston, he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna like win that many playoff games.
They're not a terrible organization though. Like they've had good teams.
I don't know, man. They're getting close to like that type of fumble in it. I mean,
Bill O'Brien really set him back.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's the biggest concern. And their good teams definitely underperformed when they needed to like really go out there. And that's the killer.
Yeah.
I don't see them figuring it out and being good next year. I mean, maybe you'd catch lightning in a bottle, but yeah, it's going to take them a couple, 2-3 years.
As a Bears fan, like I feel bad for Matt Stafford. Like
I don't fuck him. They just beat us. What do you mean feel bad? He feels bad for us. Fuck that.
No,
I don't feel bad for Matt Stafford.
Why?
Fuck him.
He's been the
No,
second best quarterback for the last decade in that division. He's made the playoffs, twice? Once, maybe?
I don't give a shit. I laugh at that stuff. Great. So good. It's not like he's struggling against us.
I'd
Usually
take
he is.
Stafford on the Bears.
Hell yeah, man.
You get Matt Stafford and then you draft another rookie. Let him come up under Stafford. Figure it out.
It won't happen.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Never happen.
I'd take him.
I would
Hell
too.
yeah.
Heartbeat. But it won't happen.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind.
Do you think it will? This weird
Yeah, I
think
it'll happen.
that
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
They'll get him or Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
I wouldn't even root for the Bears if they had Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm kidding.
Hell yeah, you would. You buy season tickets. You run down there. Discount double truck. Yeah.
I love those State Farm commercials. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you'd watch. Browns Titans. Browns are a
back.
wagon.
Browns
I
are
mean,
back.
the Titans kind of came back in the second half, but it wasn't enough.
They
They
were a
just
good
kind of ran out of
team. Yeah, they ran out
time.
of time.
But I mean, Cleveland was up 38-7 at half.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
If they would have came back in that game, that would have been one of the craziest comebacks ever.
It would have been very Browns.
Cleveland is all right. I still think that
They're like the Rams of the AFC.
yeah, I need to see them play a good
Also, the
team.
Titans. I don't
Yeah.
know if the Browns or the Titans are really for real.
What do you think happens when they have to play the Steelers again soon?
Browns?
Yeah, that might be the team the Steelers lose to.
They play week 17.
Yeah, I mean the Browns.
That'll be a sick
They're
game.
hot. They're a hot team. That's gonna probably get flexed. That's gonna be a game depending on what the Browns do these next couple of weeks.
Well, because they
I
have to
think
win
we'll
out,
see
right?
that.
Because it'd be between them and Kansas City who gets the home field advantage.
Yeah,
I don't think Kansas City's
I
going
don't
to lose
know.
again this year.
Kansas City just gave up a huge touchdown. It looks like to. Oh no, he didn't. Melvin Gordon just busted out a big run. But I don't know. I think the Browns. I think that they can compete in the playoffs. Possibly their defense is all right, but I mean, yeah, they gave up 35. A lot of it in the second half, but I mean, they looked.
Browns have Monday night game against the Ravens,
Tough
which
game.
is not going to be easy. Then they've got the Giants, who are actually sneaky good.
Yeah, they actually are pretty good.
They've won
Then
what,
they've got
3
the
or 4 in a
Jets.
row?
5.
They've won 5 in a row?
The Giants?
No,
Were
they've
they
won
0-7?
3. No, they
Yeah.
were 0-5. That's what I heard. They were 0-5, and then they've been 5-2 since that start. Well, let's keep talking about the Browns.
Yeah, so Ravens, Giants, then the Jets, and then the Steelers. So, I mean, that's a tough 3 out of 4 there.
So worst case scenario, they go 9-7 though, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to lose all 4 of those.
They're not
I'm
losing
saying
the fucking Jets.
you're 10-6. Worst case.
The real barometers against the Ravens. I know that the Steelers are the best team in that division, but if you're better than the Ravens, which is probably the second best team in that division, then you kind of overtake them if they win that game. Didn't they beat them the first appearance?
They're already, because the Ravens are 6-5.
Yeah, they're well, and who knows who's going to be playing for them even next week? Like, who knows what their team's going to look like at this point? I mean,
I think they should be back next week.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, the
They
outbreak
play
is
on
really taking
Tuesday,
over.
and they said Lamar's back, so.
Well, I think that Trace McSorley's better, so they better rethink the starting position.
Fair enough.
So Ravens are going to win that game against the Cowboys, so they'll be 7-5. So they'll be 2 games behind the Browns.
What if they lose against the Cowboys? Then
God!
Then
There's
there's
no
a
way.
fucking firestorm in Baltimore. People are going to be going nuts.
Dude,
That
they could
happens.
I'll sign John Harbaugh in a minute.
Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh? What about Jim Harbaugh?
John. No way.
let Jim be the strength and conditioning coach.
He'll be the recruiter. We'll tell him he can
Jim-
still go to kids' houses and recruit him to the Bears.
Jim's going to be the future Bears coach. That's the big pickup for them. Jim
Oh,
Harbaugh,
dude.
8 years
he-
after the fact.
What if he coaches the Lions?
He's going to be the quarterback.
You hear what the Jason La Canfora rumor was. Sorry, I know that we're talking about Bears. I stopped talking about the Bears, but I saw that he put this up. If they fired Matt Nagy, who's their guy that they'd be targeting? Does any of you know it? Nick, you might because you're on Twitter.
No, I didn't see it.
Pat Fitzgerald.
No.
That's
Northwestern coach?
Yeah. They said that.
No.
I would be so out. I'd actually be like, let's give Matt one more try if we went to that fucking route. That would be terrible.
Let's bring Lovey back.
I much prefer the NFL coordinator head coach route than college coach NFL coach route.
Yeah.
It's just completely different.
Very much, especially with a guy like that. It's not like he's won national championships. I mean, it's whatever. It's not even.
I mean,
like
they're
his
good.
offense is
He's turned a very, very mediocre to bad program completely around.
No, it's not me. They were a terrible program. I mean,
I was trying to be nice.
Garbage of the garbage of the Big Ten, and he's made him relevant. I will give him that credit, but you know what? It's someone that has a passion for Northwestern that can do it. He's an alum there, so obviously he's the reason. And by the way, congrats for Northwestern for winning the Big Ten West and making it to the Big Ten championship. Really quick, congrats to that. But it's a different job than the NFL. You're right. I just wanted to put that out there because I read that too as a rumor.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all. Again, it's just like, okay, you fire these guys, then the problem is the person that's in charge of hiring all these people. Clearly, that's the common denominator.
Yeah.
But again, moving on. Okay, moving on. Dolphins Bengals.
Shit.
Dolphins Bengals. I saw like 4 seconds of this on Red Zone. The only thing was Tyler Boyd got ejected for slapping the shit out of somebody.
What is with receivers doing this? They don't know how to fight. They're almost becoming NBA guys. Like, they just slap now. Let's slap helmets. Like, what do you want to bust your fucking hand? Why? What is the point of that?
Yeah, you would just shove. You tackle. Because, like, they're wearing pads and they're wearing a helmet. So, like, how do you affect the guy? You just got to tackle him.
Hey, I got a better idea. How about you get open instead of getting all pissy? How about you actually cut off a good slant route or something? You gotta
go the Happy Gilmore route and take your cleat off and try to stab somebody with it.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, Dolphins, you know, the AFC is crazy.
I think they're getting the playoffs. They got to be a playoff team, right?
Yeah, they are.
Dude, it's tough. They got Chiefs, Patriots, Raiders, Bills.
I think they can honestly go 2-2 right there. I think they're better than the Raiders.
I think they're better than the Patriots.
Yeah, I really do believe that.
I know, but like, it's just tough. Actually, the one against the Patriots is in Miami, and they usually play very poorly there. Yeah. But it's just going to be, they're going to have to earn 10 wins. Is all I'm saying.
What are they, 8-3 right now? Or 8-4? Or are they 7 and whatever? What's their record? The Dolphins. Drew Lock's balling right now. Primetime Drew, baby. That's what I always say.
Why can't I hear Steve?
Primetime Drew, he's a lock, folks.
Jags, Vikings.
Don't care.
Vikings were trying to lose that game. Mike Lennon looked okay.
They gave up on him too early.
I mean, if you're Jacksonville, just like if you're the Jets, like you just don't want to win. So you played hard and you lost. That's kind of the best case scenario. I don't know that Mike Lennon's the long-term answer, but everything seemed to look fine. Rams, Cardinals. Moving on.
Rams might be good.
Yeah, Rams are actually good. They got, who do they get? Patriots, Jets, Seahawks, Cardinals.
I wonder if they win that division now.
2-2. I mean, 10-6 might do it because Seahawks lost to the goddamn Giants, who are frisky.
Doesn't make sense. I don't get that. I just don't understand it.
I get it. I mean, the Giants got a decent defense. Let's talk about it. I mean, their defense is all right. They've been in most of the games they played in this year. They are by far, which is strange to say, the best team in that division. And
I'm telling you. I've been trying to tell you.
Depending on what Washington does next week, I don't think Washington does tomorrow. I don't know what Dallas is going to do. I think they're going to lose to. I don't think they're that great. It's either Washington or New York if Washington wins tomorrow.
The only problem is New York. New York has the Cardinals, the Browns, and the Ravens. and then they finished the Cowboys. So that's going to make it interesting.
But who knows? I mean, shit, they looked all right. And what happened with Daniel Jones? I saw that he didn't play at the end.
Hamstring.
He didn't play all game, didn't he?
He didn't play the whole game. It was Colt McCoy because Daniel Jones hurt his hamstring last game.
It was Colt McCoy and Alfred Morris. It's like the scrub Washington Redskins team from back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that, like 2012, 2013?
Stupid like that, yeah.
I don't see how another team can really do it. I know that we talked about Dallas had the easiest schedule probably out of the bunch, but like I'm not convinced of anything with that team. They have the worst defense. At least the Giants can stop a team, and I know that the Seahawks are just very much a roller coaster of a team at this point. I don't know like where they're at or how strong they are to being a Super Bowl contender like they were in the beginning of the year, but it's still an impressive win and good on Joe Judge. He beat up Mark Colombo and now he's winning.
I don't really trust any team in the NFC at all.
No.
Every single team I could easily see any team in the NFC losing.
You know it's lining up as the Packers making the Super Bowl, right?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I mean, that's what it is. They're the most consistent They're the best team in the NFC, which is fucked.
Well, yeah, they beat the Eagles 30-16. The Eagles started to make it close after they
Jalen Hurts
took out. Yeah, Carson Wentz still shitty.
Future Bear quarterback right there, Carson Wentz.
Probably him or Darnold.
Oh God,
Staying ghosts forever, baby.
Don't tell me that.
Field.
Jalen Hurts looked all right. He threw a long touchdown.
That interception to end the game, though, that was just a really good play by the DB.
Yeah,
that's the thing about the fucking Packers, man. It's not just Rodgers. Their defense is getting back to what they were last year, which is all right. And now
that's all you need. You just need an all right defense because you know that offense is going to put up points.
Yeah, and they're doing everything they can. And I mean, they're getting together at the right time, and that's what winning teams do. God damn it.
We'll see what happens when they play their annual playoff game against the Seahawks, and we'll go from there.
It's can you name do you really think that the Saints are better than them or any other team is better than the Packers at this point in the NFC?
Again, every single team has flaws. I mean, the Packers got torched by the Bucks at one point. Like, there's not.
Yeah, they almost lost to the Jaguars. I don't know why, but I mean, they still look the most competent out of the bunch. I mean, out of all the teams, they have the least flaws, which is wild to think.
Whatever, dude. Patriots Chargers 45-0. Have the Chargers finally quit on Anthony Lynn?
No, I think they're gonna give him a go, extend him. They've seen a lot going on there.
Wouldn't that be sick if they came out today and they're like, we just gave Lynn a contract extension for 5 years. We like the way the direction the team's going. Nobody ever does that.
They matched the Gruden contract, 10 years, $100 million.
That'd be a baller-esque move. We just got blown out by 45. We believe in this guy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The whole team's like, what the fuck?
Keep lining them up. We don't give a fuck.
It's amazing. It's almost impossible to be a team in the NFL and get shut out with the way that the rules are currently written. Almost impossible.
It is tough. Impressive, some would say.
Incredibly impressive.
Very impressive.
I'm stunned.
Didn't they have like a defensive touchdown, a block punt touchdown, block field goal touchdown? Like, wasn't it all special teams?
Just really beating them in every phase of the game. Cam had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
I think he had a passing touchdown. It's just every way that you could, they did.
How many games are the Patriots out of that division? It's not a lot, right?
How many are they out?
Yeah, what are they? Have they got 5 wins, 6 wins?
They are 6-6.
Yeah, they're like 2 games
out. The Bills are 8-3.
Yeah.
But if they win,
they're 3 games out.
Yeah.
But they're still like in the hunt for a wild card spot.
Right.
Sure. But dude, there's a lot of AFC teams with good records though. Like there's a lot of there's almost more competition for the wild card than there is for the division.
That's very true.
Oh yeah.
It's a heated AFC this year. A lot of great teams are in that division or in that conference.
Yeah. So Broncos Chiefs is going on right now. Broncos winning somehow, 10-3. I don't know what
They're
the
about
fuck
to
the
be
Chiefs are
tied.
doing.
Yeah,
Well,
just
3,
wait. Just wait. I would put
2,
a lot of money on KC.
1. They actually just
yeah, I don't
did
think
not-
they're.
Oh my
I don't think
god.
they're gonna lose, but like, you should never be down 10-3 to the Broncos right now.
You're losing.
Monday, we're gonna run through these rapid. Monday, football team versus the Steelers. Who you got?
Football team. Who's playing for the Steelers? Are they all back?
Everyone.
Big Bean.
I'm pretty sure everybody's there.
Yeah, give me the football team.
I mean, they look like shit on Wednesday afternoon, which, I mean, who's going to look good on a fucking Wednesday afternoon football game? But that's a whole different story. But, I mean, that was definitely their worst looking performance out of most of them. So, I don't know. If Washington won, and I would change my opinion on the Giants. I would say Washington's the team to be in the East, but I hope it's a good game. I just think the Steelers are going to win.
Alex
I think
Smith,
the Steelers need to lose a game. Like, they're going to lose a game. It's just a matter of which one it is. So they've got football team, Bills, Bengals, Colts, Brown. Actually, I'm picking them to lose to the Bills. And the football team. Fuck it, football team.
Yeah,
Bills.
They might lose to
Bills,
the Browns.
Niners. Yeah, they
Bills
might.
are going to blow them out.
Blow them out.
They're gonna blow them for sure.
Niners
San Francisco
are
is bad.
Niners are a 1-point favorite.
Is it in San Francisco?
Well, they can't
Whatever
play
the
there.
fuck it's called. Where are
It's
they
in
at?
Arizona. It's in Arizona. They're in
The
Phoenix.
Niners are getting healthy too. Like they almost have all their running backs.
They still look
on the
like shit
roster
against
again.
the Rams, and they have a good defense. That's why the Rams. I mean, they don't look competent against good defenses, and the
I'm
Bills
taking
have
my
that.
Bills. Cowboys, Ravens. I mean, it's in Baltimore.
I don't know, man. I think
Give
the
me
Ravens are. If they lose this game, then they're in the. Then they're in that wild zone where they're a team that's like good, but they're underperforming. And
I mean, at that point, they'd be
hectic.
6-6. Like, are they good?
That's what's
No.
fun. I root for that chaos to happen.
Love that chaos. Yeah, I think it's the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys' defense is so bad. So
Team
bad.
in general is bad.
Yeah,
The other
so
side of the
bad.
ball is Andy Dalton. Like, who gives a shit?
Competent quarterback.
Big ball.
Remember when he won that one game? What was it, against the Vikings? Everyone's like, "Don't look now, Andy Dalton, baby."
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's the Vikings.
Dak who?
And on that note, we're going to wrap it up.
Wrap it
Again,
up,
follow us on Instagram, Jumbo Podcast, Twitter at Jumbo Podcast, YouTube. We're going to do the wrap-up video after this. Subscribe to the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Any last words?
What the fuck's this guy doing?
Continue to have the best relationship with our fans of any sport in the world, any professional sports team in the world. And that starts with the Marquee Network. The Marquee Network.
That's it.
Fuck you, Steve.
That's
We're
the
out.
quote of 2020. Sorry.
I said we're out.